And now, dispatches from the General.
Hello, my emotional support humans. Wow, do we need each other right now more than ever. The world is just the most unpredictable of my memory, of my lifetime. It just feels that way. I'll give you an example. I was watching House of Cards. I've been binging it. And it's the first time I'm watching that show. I love that show. It's the first time I turned it off in the middle of an episode, and I was like, you know what? For the first time, real life is even more dramatic. It is, the president has COVID. Chris Christie has COVID. They think maybe Rudy Giuliani and the Attorney General. This is like the finale. This is like the season finale of House of Carbs. The president has COVID. We wish him well. People say that even could be a hoax.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to believe what he says.
So it could be a hoax. It could be real that he has COVID. And all I know is if it is a hoax, calling in sick to take a helicopter to go see your drug dealer, that is one of the most baller moves I've ever heard about. I mean, and this is all going on while people are already voting, mail-in votes, right? Shout out to the post office who's handling these mail-in votes. And I'm thinking maybe has anyone brought up this conspiracy? My theory is that maybe Trump is holding back the stimulus checks so that he can send the checks and the vaccine in one package to fuck over the U.S. Postal Service. Anyway, we have a great show. Supreme Court nominee Amy, what's her name?
Amy Coney Barrett.
She'll be calling in.
What?
It's going to be awesome. And we have some touchy subjects and a very special Roast in Peace tribute to the great Eddie Van Halen. All right, let's start the show.
Get ready for Jeff Ross. Do you have thick skin? Let's all come together.
Hello, people of Earth. Welcome to Thick Skin with Jeff Ross. Great episode planned for everybody. Sad day for rock fans. We're going to get to a Roast in Peace a little bit later, and we have some touchy subjects coming up, and Cousin Ed is here.
What's going on, buddy?
All good stuff. Just living my life, baby. The new reality. I'm not a stand-up comedian anymore. I'm a stay-at-home
Philosopher
with dogs. But the world comes to us. We've had some big stars on this podcast before, but
it's been crazy.
I don't think anything tops this news-wise.
Biden is bigger than Biden?
Yeah, but people have talked to Biden before.
Yeah.
No one knows anything about President Trump's Supreme Court nominee. I mean, this is her first time in the national spotlight, so I'm just honored she's calling into the show.
Wow.
This is big.
Judge Barrett.
All right, here she is on the line. Judge, are you there?
Hey, Jeff. Hi, how are you?
Judge Barrett, this must be such a interesting time for you. The President Trump's new Supreme Court choice. Congratulations.
It totally is, Jeff, and it took me by surprise. I was in the middle of my son's soccer game. Don't ask me which son. When when I got the call from President Trump, I have 7 kids, right, Jeff?
7 kids. That's got to be a quite a challenge.
Yes, it is. And I'm like the lady in this shoe. If the shoe is half off, it's TSW. And let me tell you something. I'm getting so old that my vagina is flip-flopping around. I could be running for Congress.
Well, Judge, you certainly sound like you have your hands full. So you get a call from the president.
So I get a call from the president. I immediately get up and hop in my, Range Rover and beeline to D.C. That's what you do.
Right.
So I was halfway down the interstate. My husband and my kids called and they wanted to come with me. What the hell was that?
Well, they are your family.
Yeah, I know. I'm so blessed. Jesus. I just hope for the best and go to friggin' Mass every Sunday. And let me tell you something. I'm religious. I'm Catholic. But usually I just throw the priest $50 and he lets me go into his little confessional
Yeah.
with, communion wine and a wafer. I'm telling you, the wafers are out of this world. They're so good. I'm telling you, they're great for dieting. Anyway, especially if you need fiber. So listen.
I see, Judge Barrett. How are you holding up with the recent COVID controversy? There's a lot of reports.
Listen.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was fine, but I knew something was definitely wrong with Melania.
Why?
I'm telling you, did you see her split ends? Oh, my God. Oh,
Come on,
my God.
Judge, please be respectful. That's the First Lady of the United
What?
States.
I'm a judge. I'm judging. That's what I do. I judge, you putt.
Maybe instead
I'm
of
a
judging,
judge. I
you should.
get paid to judge. I'm judging.
Maybe instead
Isn't
of
that
judging.
why I'm supposed to be here? I'm judging, right, everybody? I'm the judge. Here comes the judge. That's me. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Hey,
Get me a big schmatzer cape. Come on, I'm coming.
Judge, maybe less judging and more shushing.
Yeah, a lot less judging.
I guess you're
So
right.
what
'Cause
up,
are you feeling
Yes,
healthy?
let me tell you something. It
Yeah.
ain't easy. It ain't easy, trying to be in your house with banging on the door 8 times. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And the only place I quarantine is at the bar at the Cheesecake Factory. Did I mention I have 7 kids, Jeff? 7 friggin' kids. What the hell was I thinking? I should have been sucking instead of fucking, and I wouldn't be in this position. I hate my life.
Well, there's so many things people want to know, Judge Barrett. Like they want your stand on certain issues, like racial injustice. And
I don't care. I hate everybody equally. Let me tell you about me. If you want to know about me, go to my Pinterest page. You know that shit they Google these kids today. I was with Kellyanne today.
Oh yeah, how is she?
She's good. We had a great time together.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, we did. We walked around her neighborhood. We caught up, had some Zinfandel, and berated her daughter for a while.
Her daughter has a very popular TikTok that's been leaking a lot of top secret information.
Yeah, she's an ungrateful bitch, okay? Ungrateful bitch. I don't care for her. Live, love, laugh, love, live, whatever the hell you're supposed to do,
Live,
right?
love, and laugh, right?
Yeah, your ass. So many people say that shit. Yeah.
You're
Let me tell
right.
you something.
You're right, Judge. Live, love, laugh. So many people want to know
Yeah,
that.
go kill you, and then kill yourself later with the LGBT, XYZ, PDQ, whatever the hell it is.
Well, I mean,
I'm sick of everybody, okay? We got COVID. Everybody sneezes. We used to say, God bless you. Now it's COVID. You're killing me. COVID. You're killing me. COVID. Don't kill me. I'm not ready to die yet. What do you think? I'm Ruth Barrett Gunsberg? Whatever the hell her name is. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that just died. It was 2 pounds and a head. She looked like a bobblehead from the Jersey Housewives. That one. With a pearl necklace, God bless her. They said shiver with a pearl necklace. Ave Maria. Her neck is as big as my ankle. The poor bitch hasn't eaten in years. Give her a carbohydrate. Give her a piece of bread. How about a bagel? Maybe someone give a girl a bagel. Stop scooping it. The most fattening part is the outside anyway, you skinny bitches.
Are you concerned, Judge Barrett, about having to fill the shoes of such a great American, Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Benjamin, put that down. He just spat on me. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, son of a bitch. What'd you say, Jeff? How are you? What'd you say?
Maybe you should take care of your kids. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up too much time, but I just asked if you were feeling pressure filling the shoes of such an important woman, an American figure like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen the woman? She looks like a goblin. Oh. Ugh, I'm dying, okay? May she may a peace of her rest. I mean, may her rest in peace.
Those are strong words, Judge Barrett. Strong words.
Yeah, well, Vivian, what are you doing? What are you wearing that top for? Get that top off. It looks terrible, you little whore. Oh my God, what a slut. Jeff, I gotta go. My daughter, she's a slut. What are you wearing?
No problem, Judge
That was
Barrett.
that.
Thank you for taking the time to talk, and good luck with the Supreme Court nomination.
Oh, thank you guys. I'll see you at Shabbos next week.
Oh my God! Give it up for Judge Amy Barrett. What's her name? Amy
Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett. Wow.
Yes, can we talk, Amy? Going out. Good night.
Oh wait, Joan Rivers is here.
Yes, good night. It's been Joan Rivers. Came back from the dead for you, Jeff. I thought you'd have a roast for me by now, you piece of shit.
Joan Rivers. Wow.
Grow up, Jeff. Grow up. Go give me a roast, a pot roast, something.
Wow.
Just get me a roast. A kosher roast.
Joan Rivers, coming, Joan Rivers, what can I say? Kanye West's mom had a better plastic surgeon than you.
Okay, but tell her to go on QVC and buy all my schmatzers. I got to sell that out for Melissa, please. I got a lot of schmatzers on QVC. They're very cheap. They're like oil, and they take everything back.
Joan.
Grow up, Jeff. Grow up.
The comedy fans miss you, Joan Rivers. They miss you.
I miss them. I'm telling you. All the best are up here, though. Grow up. I'm surprised you're not here. They won't allow you till you grow your hair back. Grow up, Jeff Ross. They say grass doesn't grow on a busy street. Dumb hairs don't stay in a smart head. Can we talk? Can we talk?
Wow, Joan, you're fired up from heaven. This is
I'm
incredible.
telling you, it's the QVC. I can't. I'm just like channeling the channel here.
You're having a QVC flashback.
I think so. Good night, everybody. I gotta go take my Metamucil.
Love you, Joan Rivers. Wow. What?
Oh, God bless you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
This is an incredible turn of events. We get the Supreme Court nominee, then Joan Rivers.
Yeah, the seance.
Practically a seance. Shout out to my friend Janice Massidi, who's so funny. Janice, are you still there? She fucking hung up.
That's so funny.
Oh, Janice Massidi, so funny. What fun. All right, I don't know what else to say than it's time for some touchy subjects.
Touchy subjects. All right. Oh man, that was amazing. I got a new celebrity crush, man. All right. Touchy subjects today coming at you. All right, Jeff. You like collectibles?
Yeah.
You love coins. You get coins from.
Yeah, I collect coins when I was a kid.
Yeah, and you get the challenge coins from the soldiers. It's a big thing. Well, now Trump defeats COVID. Coins are now on sale. That's right. The White House gift shop, an online store not affiliated with the official White House,
right,
is making commemorative coins marking Trump's defeat of coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah, you can pre-order the coins for $100 a piece.
Defeat of
COVID, because he beat COVID, even though he's, still MIA. The gift shop, which traces its roots back to 1946, was an.
You can also buy a Ronald Reagan bullet and a Abe Lincoln pistol. I don't know. I mean, really, it's like they sell FDR wheelchairs there too. They're celebrating him getting COVID with a commemorative coin.
Yeah. It's a Trump defeats COVID coin. Not Trump got COVID, or not a coronavirus coin. It is a Trump defeats COVID. Oof. Yes, and you buy it for $100, and you know what it's worth if you take it to the store? Nothing. It's you can't use it. It's unusable currency.
Right. It's just a commemorative coin.
Yeah, I know. These things never made sense to me. The website says that 20% of the coin's proceeds, though, will be donated to COVID-19 prevention and cancer research.
Yeah, sure.
Also, why
what
not?
a country! What a country!
Why not donate all of it to COVID? Why are you throwing cancer in there at the last second?
Yeah. Well, because they want to sell these forever, and COVID. They're saying it's temporary.
It's a fad.
It's a hoax. People are hoaxing all the way to the grave.
Oh, man,
I can't believe. I had a fucking gig canceled, private gig.
What?
In Jersey, because it's right near where Trump had that fundraiser, and everybody got all fucking bugged out, and the governor closed everything again, and I lost my private gig in the backyard of some rich guy's house.
Jesus Christ! How many gigs is he gonna cost you this year?
It's crazy, man.
This is going on like 20 gigs, I'd say.
Oh, it's like, the whole year of comedy just being shut down, comics losing their voice. At a certain point, when does, my depression is way up and divorce is way up, like 37%, and I'm sure suicide is way up. So at what point do we declare comedy an essential business to keep people from getting too sad?
Amen, man. And we've been through this long enough now. We're at a half a year. I think I've done a couple social hangs now. I've gone to see a live jazz band in a parking lot. We're starting to figure it out. I think it's time maybe we put a little more faith in each other.
Huh. I like that.
And then see what happens.
Sounds like a bad idea, though.
It's a bad idea.
It's good in theory, but I don't know who the fuck you're putting your faith in, but I barely trust you.
Oh, man. That is the problem. The first people out are always the worst ones. It's never the most responsible guy there opening night.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, shout out to the fans, the comedy fans. I know you've been doing a lot of virtual stuff lately, and I have too. And shout out to Stereo app. It's a lot of fun. I downloaded this app called Stereo, and I can just talk to randos if I want, almost like chat roulette was a long time ago. I could just talk to random people on there, not necessarily fans, just people who are on the app.
Yeah,
and you just get to have interesting adult conversations, and sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's just an open talk, and then sometimes I play roast the host with my fans, and they come on the app, and they make fun of me and whoever my co-hosts are. Like I had, friends on, but then I'll also have Jeremiah Watkins playing Donald Trump from his hospital bed or something like that. And it's super fun. We had Johnny Depp, Joe Biden,
Joe Exotic showed up.
Exotic. So, download Stereo app and come play around with me. It's really fun. Maybe we'll do some thick skin episodes on there.
I think that's a great idea. There's no reason we can't.
That way the fans get to leave us messages in real time and stuff. It might be interesting.
I would love to have a direct contact to all the fans.
It would be cool.
It would be very cool.
Yeah. So there you go. Download Stereo and then follow me at Jeff Ross.
You ready for your next touchy subject?
Yeah, what do you got?
All right. Study finds that only half of Americans would get a COVID vaccination if it was available. Do you believe that? Only 51%, so a little more than half, say they polled 12,000 people, and 51% said they would get the vaccination once available. But the problem is that if that few people take the vaccination, we don't think that's enough for Americans to get herd immunity.
We have herd stupidity. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, and the reason
now
why
we have a vaccination, but there's been so much fake news and assault on truth that people are going to be afraid to take it. No one's going to know what's real anymore.
I know, it's terrifying. I don't know what's going on. I mean, if a vaccination seems kind of fast for it to be out, I'm definitely not going to be the first one to take a vaccination.
I volunteer. I'll take it.
Really?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I definitely want to see what happens to a couple people first.
But I have to be the only comedian that they give it to. Like, I want to be the first comic.
Oh, you just want, a zero.
I'm just doing it for the press. Yeah. It'll be good for, if it works on me, it'll probably work on anyone because I'm not that healthy.
Yeah. No, you're a good test subject for.
Yeah, I think
you're
I'd
like a
I'm
normal American.
I'm an average American.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
The reason people are so scared about it, though, a little more information. The Trump administration said it's blocking the FDA guidelines, which would delay the vaccine's release. But the thing is, the FDA says it created those guidelines to make sure the vaccine freaking works and has lasting protection, and so they don't want it to have adverse effects on everybody. So he's going against the FDA, but to get it out quicker, which seems like a good idea, but the FDA is ultimately against that, of course.
Yeah. Well, I hope it comes soon anyway.
We need it, man. We need some peace of mind. That's for sure.
Yeah. Build that vaccine. Build that vaccine. Build. How do we get Sweden to pay for it? Why isn't Trump on top of this shit? For sure by now.
I don't understand why it's so secretive. I know people want to make money, but like, shouldn't we be in touch with the other countries and like be working together to try and find the fucking vaccine?
No. Fuck them. We don't do that anymore. We don't cooperate with each other. We hate we roast battle on Twitter, world leaders. It's like Trump's in the hospital. Boris Johnson was in intensive care a few months ago because of COVID. The guy from Brazil, half the government of Iran, the cabinet died of this shit.
It's so crazy.
It feels like it's hitting governments harder than...
Well, they're the only ones that have to work right now.
And they're also the ones that deny it.
Yeah. And they want to look strong and not wear a mask and be
You know
tough.
what looks strong? Instead of being a boss and being in the hospitality business of, hey, we're open. Ignore that D- rating in the window. We're open for business. Come on in. Have a seat. Table for 3 right here. You know, you got to transfer from that to a daddy, to a father, you know, to goes, all right, listen to the doctor. Everybody stay home. And all they really had to do was go, everybody's going to stay home, get a stimulus check, and we're going to come out of this, like, you know, healthier.
You would hope so. You would hope so.
But instead, there was all this denial, and you know what it's like when you put off a sickness or an injury? It's always worse, and, you know,
That's what happens. Your foot hurts, and then like 2 years go by, and then it starts turning. A part of it starts. You got a toe turning black.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, my fucking foot's rotting away, you know. And then you gotta get the whole goddamn thing cut off. When you really just would have took care of it in the first place, you know, you'd be fine.
Right. All right. Well, nice meeting you guys. The world's coming to an end. What's next, Ed?
All right, robot gorillas, Jeff. Robots capture gorillas farting for the first time. That's right.
Wait, robots?
Yes, they created a lifelike animatronic gorilla that they've put amongst other mountain gorillas. And basically what they found out is that gorillas constantly fart.
Well, how is this breaking wind news? Gorillas fart. They look like they fart. They look like they're made out of farts.
I know.
It looks like how they mate.
If I was going to guess an animal farted, I would probably guess gorilla.
The female approaches the male and reveals her butt, presents herself, and rips one in his face.
They literally scratch their ass and then smell their finger on camera.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Wow.
So the robot went undercover, blended into the gorilla's environment.
By the way, bananas make me fart. Like, isn't it obvious that gorillas would fart?
They eat up to 40 pounds of greens every day.
Wow.
You believe that? And but they found this out because they made this animatronic for the show Spy in the Wild 2, which should be coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but just know that all gorillas are in a semi-permanent state of flatulence.
Okay. Shout out to the gorillas farting up.
The mountains of Congo.
That's what they say is killing the environment. Cow farting, but gorillas
they're closer to the atmosphere up in those mountains.
Let them rip, gorillas.
All right, you ready? This is a good feel-good story. An 89-year-old pizza delivery man is tipped $12,000. How
Really?
great is that? I mean,
God, he
if
must have been
anyone,
such a good delivery guy. Imagine being that good a delivery guy.
TikTokers surprised Derlin Newey with a $12,000 tip. Newey works 30 hours a week for Papa John's delivery driver.
He's 89?
He's 89 years old, and he works 30 hours a week for Papa John's.
TikTok is also how much time he has left working for Papa John's. TikTok.
Carlos Valdez, a popular TikToker, decided to surprise Newey with a $10,000 tip after getting donations from his fans. How do I ever say thank you? I don't know what to say, Newey said with tears in his eyes. Newey lives alone in his mobile home and started delivering pizzas because he couldn't afford his bills and Social Security alone. God damn it. Someone at that age should not be working that much, said
Well, it
Valdez.
depends what his bills are.
Yeah. I don't know how much they could be.
Guy could be getting blown by hookers 3 times a day, and we're all like, let's give him $12,000. 89, lives in a trailer park. I mean,
well, at least now he'll be able to go out with a bang.
right. Well, good for him. Good for him. This is a nice story.
It is a beautiful story.
TikTok has some good stories too.
Yeah, I mean, I used to hate the app, but I got to say, it's starting to grow on me.
There you go.
All right. Oh, Jeff, this is my favorite story. The New York town of Swastika. Swastika, New York is the name of a town.
Right.
All right.
Weird.
It was recently they had a meeting and voted to decide whether to keep the name or not. And then they voted to keep the name. That's right.
Really?
Yes. The small town of Swastika, New York was named after its...
Well, the second place was Hitler, so they left Swastika.
It's a controversial name, and they've voted on this before. And basically, they all voted to keep the name. The argument being that the name predates World War II and came from a Sanskrit word meaning well-being.
Okay, well, they can tell themselves all they want, but
Yeah.
swastika.
Sometimes things change meanings, you know?
No, I mean, I get it.
The town of Swastika, New York, voted on whether or not to change its name. It decided to keep it. Swastika, to them, is an old Sanskrit word that means well-being. Well-being. How about it's in everyone's well-being to not live in a town called Swastika?
Yeah, exactly. Good one. I know nothing. Excuse me. Where's the bank? I know nothing. Yeah, I was wondering if we're allowed to park here. Is this a no park? I know nothing.
It's like literally change it to anything.
Right.
Like Burning Cross is a better name
Yeah.
than Swastika.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. What are the hours of the post office? I'm just following orders. I don't know.
Your excuse is that it's a Sanskrit word. Well, Sanskrit's a dead language, and Sanskrit's deader than the Jews that live in that town.
Exactly.
All right.
Anyway, the people in Swastika, New York, are big fans of the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, well, they always say hi-all to each other every
Hi-all.
morning. All right. Led Zeppelin. Dude, this is crazy. I had no idea this was even happening.
They're getting back together.
No.
Oh.
They win a plagiarism Supreme Court case concerning Stairway to Heaven. That's right. The 1960s band Spirit. You ever hear of Spirit?
Of course.
I never heard of them before.
I've heard
this.
of Spirit.
They said that Led Zeppelin ripped off the beginning of their song Taurus. Well, the beginning of Led Zeppelin is ripped off of Taurus, they're saying. And I listened to it. Have you heard the two back to back?
No.
It's pretty similar. Yeah,
The little guitar part?
Yeah, the little guitar part. Doon, 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 doon. You know, that part.
Yeah.
That is basically, they sound extremely similar. And but Zeppelin won the case in 2016, and then Spirit appealed it in 2018, and now that they just finally won it again. And they said Jimmy Page said that particular chord progression has been around forever. And other defense witnesses stated that chord progression is so commonplace that no copyright can be applied. But I can't think of another place where I heard that chord progression in my head.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just common chords played a certain way. And if anything, they stole the sound, the style,
Yeah.
the way they were playing it.
Lord knows Led Zeppelin never sounded like anyone else before. All their songs are just remakes of old blues songs.
I've heard that before about Led Zeppelin, and I guess I get it, but this is 40 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
This band needs to go fuck themselves at this point.
At this point, that is what happened.
Led Zeppelin didn't make it big because of that song. That just put them in another category, and
yeah,
it must be really frustrating because that's the first thing people learn on guitar. It's the beginning of Stairway to Heaven. So it really is a great legacy moment for Led Zeppelin. But they have so many great songs, and I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of turn. I don't know enough about it. I have heard Led Zeppelin. I've heard side-by-sides with a lot of old music and old blues stuff.
But the thing is, here's my argument for that. And I get that. Yes. And like other people, they say about Elvis too.
Yeah.
How he kind of stole. But like, I don't know. They made it popular.
Right.
I wouldn't know who Robert Johnson was if Jimmy Page didn't go find him.
Right.
So.
It's like roasting.
Yeah.
People used to say I was like a knockoff of the old guys, but like nobody was roasting when I was doing it.
Yeah.
I made it popular.
Yeah, and so I don't it doesn't bother me. People get influenced by other people all the time.
Right.
And so it doesn't faze me. And plus, I mean, Zeppelin rocks.
Right.
They're just like they're the hardest rocking bands of all time. Arguably, yeah.
I mean, who the fuck can sing like Robert Plant?
No, it was like him and Robert Daltrey. Like that's it.
And Jimmy Page like played that double neck fucking guitar and just would kill it, man.
He would bring out the violin bow and just like break it over the guitar live on stage. I mean, they were the best show.
What was it, John Bonham?
John Bonham on drums and John Paul Jones on bass.
It's amazing what I remember from fucking. And I didn't like them when I was learning guitar when I was 15, 16. They weren't my band. Mm-hmm. I wasn't in them as much, but I later on got an appreciation for them.
Here's a cool Led Zeppelin fact for you. Recently, a radio station out in England was doing a make your own supergroup, and it's like you pick one. They voted on each one. They voted on the singer, they voted on the drummer, they voted on the bass player, and they voted on the guitar player.
Right.
And Led Zeppelin won. Like individually, they each won to create the supergroup of Led Zeppelin.
Wow.
So Led Zeppelin is the ultimate supergroup according to this poll.
Wow.
And so yeah, it's like, I mean, honestly, who would you take over any of those guys?
No one.
So they're the best.
Right.
And so I got no problem with anything that they ever did. And it taught me about the blues. I wouldn't know anything about the blues if I didn't listen to Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It was your way into the blues.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Shout
out to Led Zeppelin and what was the other band called? That doesn't
Spirit.
matter. They're fucked. Sorry, Pete Best of rock and roll bands.
Yeah. Don't name your band after ghosts.
Imagine keeping your band together for 40 years just for this lawsuit. Like, what was the big Spirit gig this summer? I don't know. I'm being mean. Sorry. I'm thinking about going heel, by the way. No longer roasting people I love, just roasting people I hate.
Oh, man. Well, you can only roast good people then, but you have to do it from... See, that's the thing. You roast the same people, but you don't, like, let them off. You're just brutal.
Yeah, you don't say anything nice at the end.
Yeah, just tell them to go fuck themselves and leave and kick their dog.
Right. I was in a meeting once with Robert De Niro. We were trying to come up with work out the character for this film that I wrote with him. And he's like, it was a, roast comic, comedian movie. And he was trying to describe how he sees the character before it was written. And he's like, Jeff, how you go around the room and you make fun of everybody there and you really just get everybody, nobody's safe, and you're totally brutal, and then you say something nice at the end. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, this character, he's like that, but he doesn't say the nice part at the end. And I told him about this time that Pat Cooper was on the dais at a private roast in Vegas we were doing for the Maloof brothers, who own the basketball team and the casino, and their sister was on stage, and Pat Cooper was getting antsy. He didn't like going on at the end. The show was taking too long. They had the brother come on, and then the sister came on, and so he was just getting really impatient. getting bumped by these non-comedians.
Yeah.
And so while this woman was on stage, he walked up there, basically pushed her out of the way, and just did an impromptu set in the middle of her set. And then when he was done, he walked out. He walked off the stage and threw the room out the door, and he never came back.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
So I told Bob that story, and that basically was the jumping off point for the character that we wrote for this movie.
Oh my, I love Pat Cooper.
Yeah, Pat Cooper. I love that guy. Shout out to Pat Cooper, wherever you are. All right. That was fun. Touchy subjects. Thank you for putting those together.
Of course.
Okay. Before we get to Roast in Peace, which is a very tough one, shout out to you for your happy birthday.
Thank you.
And
39.
And your film is out. Congratulations.
It is out, man.
People are telling me they've been watching it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, dude. And honestly, the response has been overwhelming.
That's great. Did you do some press and stuff?
I've been doing a lot of press. I've been doing a lot of podcasts and stuff. I've made a couple ads and stuff like that. But it's in a lot of word of mouth. But the thing is, like, the messages I'm getting back are I don't even know what to do. I feel like I got to go become a licensed therapist. The stories I'm being told are the most horrifying. Like, my story is nothing. Like, it's not like compared to the shit I've been hearing. I read the first line of a text I got, in a private message I got on Instagram, and it said, I walked in on my father's dead body. It was the first line of this text.
Jesus.
You know, and it's just like, I'm getting these messages over and over and over again.
Ugh.
It's just like, and people honestly just thanking me for finally, like, no one talks about this because it's so sad. You know, no one wants to talk about what happened to
death.
about death, and especially the death of your loved ones. And no one wants to talk about, like, being broke and being manipulated because it's embarrassing. You know, and there's like a pride factor in a lot of people, and they don't want to, like. And the thing is, like, you shouldn't be hiding it. Because it's not fair that you're in this situation. It's not your fault. It's not their fault.
You're talking about gambling.
I'm talking about healthcare. I'm talking about being poor. You know, I'm talking about overdraft fees. You know, like, I'm just like, or just fucking up in general and losing your money. You know, like, it's like it happens to a lot of people, and there's no relief for that.
Right.
There's no second chance. There's none of that shit, and no one cares to help you. And that's kind of what the movie is about. And the stories I'm hearing from people that have seen this movie and just thanking me because of what they went through, what multiple people in their families have gone through, what their husbands are currently going through, what their wives are going through. You know, people stealing medicine for their kids. I'm getting messages I never even. It's very. I feel like I have to make 10 more movies.
Wow, that's great. You should be inspired.
I am, but it's
you should print those out and read them when you do press and stuff.
I really should. But the
the film's called "How America Killed My Mother" by Ed Larson and
Travis Irvine.
And it's really good. And you can look it up at HowAmericaKilledMyMother.com. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you,
and happy
buddy.
birthday.
I appreciate it.
I got you a jacket, but if it's too small, we'll take it back.
I think it's gonna fit. I also have got my quarantine 15 on, so maybe I could just lose some weight. And
I had a feeling it would be borderline, but because you're a big guy and you look good, but shout out to Reconstruct on Melrose.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
It's a cool, it is a tie-dye Carhartt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look cool as hell in that. Nothing could be more my style than a tie-dye. It's like I didn't know it existed, and now I couldn't imagine wearing a different coat.
Right. Yeah, it looks good. Well, you got to get in shape for it then. It'll be your goal coat. Oh, okay, music fans. This one's tough. We had a big loss just this afternoon. It's time for Roast in Peace. Eddie Van Halen passed away at the age of 65. He's half of the namesake of the ultra-popular 80s rock band Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen was widely known as one of the most talented guitar players in history. I mean, he is incredible. Listen to it. It's impossible to recreate what his iconic sound. Some of the major Van Halen hits are Eruption, You Really Got Me, which are always played back to back on the radio, Panama, Hot for Teacher, Jamie's Crying, Jump, and Right Now. Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace.
Wow. Eddie Van Halen. What can I tell you? At least one person who isn't going to jump today. He's finally running with the devil. Jamie finally has something to cry about. No one thought this was the end for Eddie Van Halen, just like one of his concert solos. This sucks. Not as much as Diver Down sucked, but it sucks. Every kid who owned a guitar in the 80s wanted to be Eddie Van Halen, and everyone who owned tights and a headband wanted to be David Lee Roth. Van Halen, great band. How did Van Halen die before Van Morrison? Van Morrison is literally an old guy singing songs about not wearing masks, and Van Halen was motherfucking Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen was to California what Jimmy Buffett is to Florida. A drunk guy in a colorful shirt. Eddie Van Halen had a long fight with cancer, and that was very hard on him. By the end, he almost looked as bad as a healthy Sammy Hagar. Eddie Van Halen shredded more than the Nixon administration. Looks like someone just went cold for teacher.
Oh.
His last words were, God, you really got me now. Rest in Panama, Eddie Van Halen. This is how we get through life, people.
This is how we do it.
Life is hard, but don't worry, we're getting through it together. Thank you all for listening. This was really fun. Shout out to Janice Masidi again.
So good.
Who played the next Supreme Court Justice, maybe. She gets confirmed.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Janice Masidi. And that's it.
That's it. I mean, that and, we got to tell everyone to go to roastmastergeneral.com for all things Jeff Ross.
Yeah, you can find links to stuff to buy. And
yeah, the emotional support human shirt. You got to wear your ash.
People have been posting. But if you have one, post it, and I'll repost it on the Thick Skin account or on my account on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Download Stereo app. It's so much fun. I've been going on there a whole bunch. Just go to your app store on your phone, and it's called Stereo app, and you can talk to people. You can talk to a friend. You can just listen to the conversations. Okay. It's really fun. Social media. It's like radio meets a podcast, and I've been talking to the fans on there and letting them roast me and stuff like that. So do that shit.
Yeah, and don't forget, you got to check out Jeff on Cameo. A lot of birthdays coming out. Oh my God, if somebody would have bought a Cameo from you to me, would have been the ultimate.
That would have been fun.
Prank birthday gift.
Oh, yeah. Next year, one of your friends will have me do that. Yeah, all my friends are on Cameo now. It's a great way to make people happy in quarantine.
Absolutely.
Alex Hooper's on it. Nicole Buchanan's on it. Bernie
really?
Shine's on it.
Damn.
Yep. Alex Duong is on it.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Good for all of them.
Yeah, it's fun. Sarah Tiana's on it. Gilbert Gottfried's on it.
Gilbert Gottfried's the best at it.
John Lovitz is on it.
Really?
I saw all these big stars on it, like Mandy Moore and
Dan Marino's on it.
Dan Marino's on it. It's fucking crazy. Dan Marino's on it.
What's that? How? Like, why, Dan?
Emmett Smith is on it.
Yeah, these guys, like, what? Are they bored? I don't think they need them.
Yeah, people are bored during the quarantine. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's a direct line to the fans.
Yeah, it's fun. Cameo. Go on Cameo. Download that up too.
Right. Well, thank you for listening to our show. Rate and review Thick Skin on iTunes. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Real Jeffrey Ross on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at @EddieTunes_. Eddie Tunes Normal on Instagram. How America Killed My Mother. HowAmericaKilledMyMother.com. That's it.
All right. Thanks for listening, folks. Life is hard, but don't worry. We're getting through it together. Damn. I'm in New York, talking the talk. I'm doing the podcast. Full tank of gas.
Uh-huh.
I got Cousin Ed and Gary too. I got the thick skin blues. Having a drink. My armpits stink.
Hey.
I'm feeling so good, I'm in the hood, I don't want it to end. I got the thick skin blues.
Thick skin blues.